How about one punch in the face?
One punch.
One punch.
From the weakest puncher here.
Okay. Me.
Paco.
Danny.
No, Joe. It's
Danny Braff.
It's Danny.
I did MMA for years. Danny will make his fucking mustache disappear.
Yeah, but if you touch Danny in the ears when he does it, he'll fucking punch your head off.
Danny's going to punch me with his fucking wrist and fucking break his hand.
I would like to see Danny punch you in the face.
All right, Danny, you can punch me in the face.
Although, by the way, I don't think Joe Russell's going to be packing a lot of heat himself.
No, Joe Russell's more manly than Danny.
What?
Absolutely.
I also have retard strength.
No, you don't. You're not actually retarded.
Yeah.
I don't think you're that strong, Danny.
I don't even think you're
I think
autistic.
you're a
Danny has
weak
so
Jew.
much built up hatred towards Lewis, yelling at him for the last 2 years.
I barely
He will-
yelled at Danny.
What?
I've barely yelled at
Is
Danny.
he? Is he? I'm not looking at him right now. Dan, is he serious?
I think so.
Okay.
What?
Are you
How much have I
crazy?
yelled at Danny?
You've
Bo-
yelled at
Bobby,
You're
you
so delusional.
are the yeller.
You.
They call you Old Yeller.
You.
That's a good name,
That's a
though.
great name.
Old Yeller.
Old
is
Yeller.
fucking
Look at Old
great.
Yeller over here.
Fucking
I'm
put
gonna
him
have-
down.
I'm gonna have the
Someone
same
go take him
ending.
around the park. Someone go shoot him out back.
Danny, who has you? Lewis on this show yelled at you more than me.
On the show, yes.
Thank you.
On the show, off
But
the
off
show.
the show.
Have I-
No,
Danny,
no,
let me say this. Let me say
But I
this.
talked to Bobby a lot more than you.
Danny, have I even ever yelled at you off the show?
No.
See, it's a fucking.
Because you don't even think he exists.
It's
You
a
don't even look at him.
bit. Bobby yells at you and abuses you. We remember abusive ass Bobby.
Yeah.
It
Brother,
was
do
crazy. We all feared you for a while.
Oh
It was
my God.
crazy.
You
For a long
you
time.
never feared me,
I feared you.
Yeah. We all did.
buddy.
Remember Bobby almost made me cry one time because I
Yeah.
asked him what
Yeah.
train stop his house was. He's like,
Nah.
I'm not your fucking manager.
Nah.
you fucking
Remember
piece
No,
of
no,
shit.
no, Dan.
That was a
here's what
big
happened.
thing of that generation, by the
Here's
way.
what happened. Ready?
They sucked. That
The
whole
Apollo.
generation.
I wanna-
the whole generation
I'll-
sucked. They were
Are you
mean. They were
talk? I'll-
bullies.
I'll talk when you're done.
Okay.
Here's what he did, Dan. I said, be at my house. Be at White Plains train station, 12 o'clock
I
tomorrow.
remember this vividly.
That's it. I'm driving you. I'm going to go pick you up and drive you all the way to this fucking gig. It's a great.
Ooh, he's got to drive himself. He's not doing me a favor.
He's just picking you up on the way.
Picking me up on the way to the gig that he's going to already.
I said, I'm leaving at this time. Be there at 12.
Where was the gig?
White Plains Station, Mohegan Sun. Great gig.
Great gig.
Love that gig.
Love the gig. Great gig. Great little vacation thing.
I hate the
Treat.
gig. I like the hotel.
It's a hotel and everything's just
It's
treat.
fun.
I haven't done it in years.
I say,
Completely
be
forgot about
at White Plains.
Train
It's
stop.
in text. It's in voice. I did it both. He calls me at 10 something. Text me at 10 something. What train do I take?
There's two trains. It was the Radburn train and the White
Can I
Plains
finish?
Station.
Are you going to cut me off?
Yeah.
Let me finish and jump in between. Look at me, Dan. Look at my finger, Dan. Focus on my finger. Dan, right here. Listen, Dan. Dan, over here. No, Dan.
I don't like
Dan,
I don't like this reset.
Dan. He's texting me. I'm not supposed to just be there at 12. What train do I take?
It's the simple.
To get
Instead
there
of
at
yelling at your friend, you would just say the train.
He can't.
There's so much.
but he
There's
can't-
so many less
See what he
words.
does?
Just go
He can't-
Radburn.
He can't let anybody talk when he's wrong.
Yeah.
Let me talk, Dan. Over here. Dan, right here. Stay here. Listen, Dan.
Dan really gets a golden retriever.
So
Shake a ball.
he says, "I'm fucking getting my shit together. I get a text. What train do now? He wants me. So if I say okay, now I have to stop what I'm doing, packing, taking care of my fucking chick, doing my life. Hang on. I have to stop. So here's the scenario. I got to go look at the train schedule and find a train that gets him at 12.
That's not what I had to do.
What would
I said which train station
How
instead
the
of
fuck do I know?
the amount of words.
I don't take a train.
Can I ask you something? Why didn't you
Please.
just scroll up?
Because there's two train stations that are near his house. There's Radburn and White Plains, and I didn't remember because sometimes I would take.
no
Hold on.
Radburn.
Not Radburn. I'm sorry. I'm thinking
Radburn.
of my train station.
Yeah, you're an asshole.
What's the other one?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Cool burn. Tubular burn.
Tubular burn.
Sideburn. The sideburn.
What was the?
Sideburn's big.
He says to me, "This is now. Time is short.
Bobby, let me say-
time is short."
Slow
He goes.
burn.
Your
he
arms
goes-
are short.
He goes. Your fucking career's short. Listen, it's
too long.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Now I'm not your. So you want me to go find the train?
That's
and
not what
text
it-
it back?
hold on.
How would I know the trains?
Let me say this.
How would I know?
Let me ask.
How would I know?
By the way,
How would I know?
How would you know
really
what train is
loves
near your
me.
How would I
house?
know? I don't take the train, you fucking mook.
Bobby's
I
doing
drive a car.
Bobby's
Whoa.
doing the
You're-
Bobby's doing the
Lucas.
angry
What?
girlfriend thing where he looks up where he goes, I don't know.
Let me say this. Bobby,
I don't take the train.
Hold
I
on.
don't take the train.
Shut up. Let me
You're
speak.
a trained person.
Let me speak.
You're a trained person.
Bobby, you have multiple parties. This is where he's not. He's being disingenuous right now.
I'm not.
He has parties every year. Max's birthday. barbecues.
No one ever took
He
a
tells.
train.
Remember the
everyone's
spider
a train.
incident?
He tells
On the
everyone.
fire?
listen
White
to me.
Plains.
He tells everyone what train to
White
fucking
Plains. White Plains.
I thought it was Hartsdale.
take. Hartsdale.
It's in his thing.
Thank you. There's two
Hartsdale.
trains, and we would take both. So I didn't remember which train station he was picking me up from. All I said was, "Which train station are you picking me up from?" Which he knows where he's going.
Says in the text.
He's acting like he doesn't know.
Dan,
I thought you don't know.
White Plains.
So hold on. Do you
White
not know, or
Plains.
you do know?
Meet me at White.
It
I
didn't
told
say it
you
in
at
the
the beginning of the
text.
story.
Bobby,
Meet me at White
Bobby,
Plains.
stop
at
just
12.
talking. Listen to me now, please.
No, I'm not.
You're just yapping over and
Stop
over
with
again.
that fucking alpha male shit. Will you?
I take body break coffee all the time.
I'm sorry. It's just who he is.
Just oozing testosterone.
Andrew Huberman wants him. Or whoever that is.
Every time you touch me, I just roll in my belly.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Oh,
Listen to
Bobby's
me.
cowing.
You're just yelling over me instead of like listening to the argument.
Doing what you were doing at the beginning.
No,
That's what you were doing.
no.
Every time I talked to you, you were yelling over me.
Shark eyes. So listen.
What?
You didn't text me what train station because I would have read the text. You told me what train station you were going to pick me up from. Then I didn't remember if it was Hartsdale or White Plains because I would go to your house all the time.
I just go to your text message.
It wasn't in the text messages.
Yes, it was.
You're just making up a fact.
no.
Why wouldn't I then, Bobby?
we still have these-
Why wouldn't I?
Do we still have these text messages?
No, this is
It's like
years
10 years ago.
I do.
You're retarded.
I do. And if I have
ChatGPT.
it,
He's just.
If I have
how
it-
do you
if
feel?
I have
How
it-
do you feel good about winning an argument by lying?
Why you get mad? I'm not mad. You're get mad when you see when you.
Let me make my point.
You get mad. Don't get mad. Dan over here.
Dan over here. Dan.
Dan.
Listen.
Dan.
I'm gonna piss. You guys keep doing this. I'm just gonna piss right here.
So instead of just saying White Plains, I'm picking you up because he knows where he's putting in his GPS. He knows where he's picking me up.
Yeah.
Instead, he berates me and screams at me for 5 full minutes.
He beraped you?
Dude, it's one word. White Plains, 2 words. It's White Plains or scream at me for 5 minutes and make me almost cry.
No, what happened was, and this is my side of the story, and that's your side. Okay, great. I said, be there at White Plains at 12 o'clock. I'll pick you up.
Yeah.
I don't want to fuck.
That's
Just be
it.
there. You're a man. I'm a man. I don't need to do anything else than to tell you what train station.
I'm just asking you to remind me what train station. That's a normal thing to do.
That's it. Guy who takes both sides. That's it.
Dan, right here.
And that's it.
And then I go.
And that's it.
so
That's a normal thing.
he calls-
Sometimes people ask for a reminder.
I go, whatever
Joe,
train.
you're not biased here. I mean, what are we doing?
I say, whatever train gets you there at 12, take that train.
There's 2
whatever
train stations.
tra-
Just take
whatever-
the fucking train station you're picking me up from.
Whatever train gets you at White Plains.
Why
by
do I have
12.
to do a fucking riddle?
Because to get to the gold, you must solve his
Dan,
riddle.
Dan,
Can I say something
Joe.
here? First of all, a couple things.
Yeah. But I'm not done yet. There's a whole. There's another piece
you're
of the
done
story.
for the moment.
There's another piece of the
Opening
story.
ar-
But can you just
opening
admit
argument.
that you were a
Another
bully?
piece.
Closed.
There's another piece
Can you
of the
admit that
story.
you bullied us for no
There's
reason?
another piece of the story.
He can't admit that.
you need
Opening
to know.
argument is closed.
Don't,
Joe, go for it.
This is about me and you, not them. Don't.
We're the
you
jury.
Always,
We're
you
the
always-
judge and jury.
Yeah, they're the judge. You can't bring them into this. This is about me and you.
Joe.
Don't try to get a team around you like you always do.
Joe,
Yes?
you had an opinion on this.
Well, a few things. Lewis can be a lot.
A lot. I would
Not
say.
easy.
I would say taxing.
Taxing, sure.
I would have took a taxi.
But
You should have.
but also it feels like I'm talking to an alcoholic drug addict in recovery who may or may not have been working a very good program at this time.
Okay.
And it could have been
Wait a minute, whoa,
quite
stop,
easy
stop,
to just reiterate the information with a simple text.
Now.
Message.
Now.
I'm not your fucking manager, you fucking loser.
And I do think
Insane.
And I do-
Insane reaction.
I do think there was a generational thing because DePaulo would do this to me too, where I would go, "Hey,
Yeah, because we grew up with men.
What's the what airport do you fly to?" And he'd write back, "I'm not your fucking manager." And I'm like, "But you are my friend who has the information I need.
Yeah. You are. I can go to a
my
different
only
city.
point of contact."
Yeah.
But it wasn't about the train now he's going to say I didn't. I say just be at White Plains at whatever train gets you at. I said this. Whatever train gets you at White Plains at 12, take that train. I said that.
Okay.
So I show up at White Plains at 10 of 12 to meet him.
Very polite.
Very
calm.
nice.
Waiting out front.
He didn't tell me that. He didn't tell me.
Did.
I went to the other station.
I did. No,
which
no.
is a 5-minute drive from Bobby.
No,
Okay.
it's not. It's
You
a,
would've-
It's a
How long is the drive? Look it up right now. Hold on.
Look it up.
Look it up.
Look
right
it up.
now.
Look it up. Look it up.
No
White Plains
ChatGPT.
I would say,
train
No
I would say
ChatGPT.
this. I would say this. 15 minutes with no traffic or nothing.
There's no traffic up in White Plains.
There is a lot.
At noon.
At noon is the busiest time.
Look
There
up the
is a
distance.
lot.
Hartsdale train station to White
Train
Plains train
station,
station.
got it.
There
Okay,
is a
got it.
lot.
To White Plains train station, the distance
It's
to
walkable.
drive.
Now,
It's so close.
Here's the thing.
It's
Here's
his house is equidistant.
Guys, here's the thing. The
That liar,
the
Bobby.
reason why he wanted to go to the Hartsdale station.
Was because there was a Starbucks. That's a beautiful Starbucks.
That's not true. You're making up
Right
facts.
there.
I just didn't know the train station because you wouldn't reiterate it because you're not my fucking manager. It's insanity.
That was a beautiful Starbucks. I don't know if it's open anymore.
And it's not. It's closed. It's gone.
There is
That-
no
was
White
great.
Plains station showing.
Yeah,
up.
there is. There is a White
There's
Plains.
a White Plains.
Not popping
It's
up.
downtown White
It's,
Plains.
it's the station closest to my house.
Yeah.
It's the only
What's
station
it
I tell
called?
people
Is this
to
the
go
one I used to go
White
when I
Plains.
was
That's the one.
dating.
Yeah, exactly. White Plains is the station you go to.
Well, it doesn't come up as train station. Trans Center Garage.
White Plains. Empty.
9 minutes.
Yeah, there you go. Without traffic. And
There's
you
no
know,
traffic.
There's a lot of traffic.
But the reaction, I mean, literally, we drove to Connecticut in silence, staring forward.
2 hours. 2 hours. Here's the kicker, though. Here's the kicker. You
10
wanna-
minutes.
Do you want to hear something hilarious?
2.8 miles.
You want to hear something? We drove in silence. Now here's the kicker. We get up there. Now this is not the first time Lewis has pulled the taxing. Hey man, it's like, dude, just show up at 12. That's all I want. I have anxiety about getting places. I have all kinds of anxiety about ticket
You have
sales. Who's
anxiety.
coming? How am I going to get? Am I going to get there? Is my room going to? I have all that travel shit.
We all do this. There's no anxiety with any of this.
He didn't have it back then. He didn't go on the road.
Yeah, I did.
He had no anxiety.
I would regularly open for you,
No anxiety.
and I would regularly sell your merch for no money. And you remember the one time the guy said, "Fuck
I gave you money.
No, you didn't.
Yes,
you
I did.
You got kicked out. The guy got kicked out because he said you sucked. And then the guy tried to come up to me and shake my hand. I almost fought him for you.
That's why I love you.
You remember that?
You know what?
You remember any of that?
I do. Can I say this? I'm sorry for yelling at you.
Thank you.
Whoa, there we go.
But
You're
But I'm not your fucking manager.
listen, here's the thing though. This is when Lewis is Lewis. We get all the way up there. We get into the VIP place. He goes and checks in. I go to the other lady and checks in. He gets my room. They don't have a room for him.
By the way, it's making up facts, Bob.
They
Day.
have- buddy,
These are.
they
I
had-
took the suite.
Stop. He went in and we just checked in at the same time.
He's in a robe, dude.
feels like
He's
we're-
smoking a cigar in the back.
This is
He's
like
got
marriage
dog
counseling.
pussy in a bag.
Dan, listen.
We're your relationship counselors.
Dan, listen. Stay here. Listen, we check in. He checks in. I check in. He gets the room. And then she goes, we don't have a room. I go, what are you talking about? He goes, we only had one room for you under your name.
And this man took it from us.
So they gave the room to him. And I go like this to him. I go, well, we gave it to him. So that's your room. We would have to get him another room, but we have to get permission. There's only one room, and it's for you.
Where was his room?
And I go like this. I go, I'm going to get his room, but I got to call the guy. But I go, yo, dude, you got my room. And he's like, well, I need a room. And I'm like, what? 100% true. He goes, I need a room.
This never happened.
Yes, absolutely.
Whatever it is, you're confusing some story like
Buddy, he
that
went like
happened
this.
in your life at one time.
Listen to me.
It never happened.
I may have a temper, or used to.
I mean, sweet Christ, did you?
we
I
all
might have not
think,
been working a program.
we all think you
to
were
the
abusive.
I might the way Joe said it. Maybe my program
You were my
wasn't
It was a little lacking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't know if you should be throwing lacking stones.
Well, he's gonna get going. Don't get him going.
I
here
mean,
we
find
go.
me someone who I've
Looks like we're going to
screamed
see
at.
this 2013 barrel of dynamite.
I've been having Magic Mind and the brain and body.
That Ashkawanga.
So what-
Taking BBC
So,
up your butt.
what's your recollection
Galawanga.
of this hotel story?
It didn't happen.
100%.
So he just created this.
He just created.
No, because I'm known to create shit. I'm known to just make
This
shit up.
Lewis is going,
totally created
none of this happened.
100%
happen.
happened. He goes, I need a room. It's not like he went, oh, so, all right, cool. Can
Why
I
Let me
would
tell
they,
you
hold
something.
on. Why
Hold
would they
on.
give me a room under my name if there's one room
No,
under Bobby's
no.
name? How would
It was
I
under the
hold on.
club.
How would I?
Under the club.
It's not.
Yep.
Why, so wait, why was Lewis there before you?
We went in together. There's two
And then
VIP.
he went first.
He
Bobby,
went
you're
first.
remembering a different situation in your life. You're
100%.
senile.
It's not true. We both went into
He goes, dude,
Remember
the
the-
Iraq
Mohegan
War
Sun.
just
Mohegan-
started.
I know what you're talking about.
Mohegan Sun, there's a VIP. There's two
It was
guests.
2 days
He went-
after. It was 2
he
days
went
after
in-
the
I know
towers
what you're
fell.
talking about.
He's in
Let him do a
here.
bit.
I go in. What?
He's doing a fun bit.
What?
It was right after Kennedy got shot, dude. We go to the hotel. You
I tell you, you come out too quick. Don't come out of the bit. That
No, I was already doing the bit.
You're gonna get us all sick.
What I was going to say is, I will give you, in your defense, Bobby, Lewis with hotel rooms can be a nefarious.
Yeah.
Do you remember when we did North Carolina with Big
Ooh,
Jay?
nefarious Lewis. Ooh, I like it.
Nefarious shot guy.
nefarious.
We drove from here to North Carolina. We were doing a one-nighter. Me and Lewis were opening for Big J. And we drove all night, and we get to the hotel, and Lewis comes out of the... Remember the lady goes, "You look like a drowned rat," when we walked into the hotel?
This didn't happen.
Yeah.
I think your BBC is fucking up your
Big J will 100%.
No, I remember this. What you look at Dirty Rat. What was this?
The lady
I
walked
remember
in because we were doing our Mike DiStefano impression. It was making us laugh the last 30 minutes. We're going, "Boo you! No, boo you!" And then we go to the hotel, and the first thing the lady says, she goes,
You look like a drowned rat.
and Lewis goes, "What the fuck does that mean?" And then we get all of these. We drove all night down to North Carolina. We drove straight through the night. And then Lewis is like, "Great, we got 3 hotel rooms. And you've been driving all night." So we're like, "Great, we'll sleep. We'll wake up in the early evening and go get food." He gives Jay a key. He gives me a key. Lewis takes a key. I go in. I get in my underwear. I get in the bed. I go to sleep. I am.
Dan is Superman underwear, dressed like a little boy.
With the,
Did you have
I actually have the pajamas on with the cape. I'm dead asleep. And then it's just, doo, 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 doo. And Lewis is like, get up. And I'm like,
You should let Joe do the door knock.
Yeah, he should. He's a great with door.
do it. Not even.
No, that was.
light.
I showed up on a horse.
There it is. And I was like,
Oh,
and I was like, I had a boner in my underwear, and I had to get up, and Lewis was like,
Was the top of it sticking out of the elastic?
yeah, just a little is going. And then Lewis is like, "Let me in, pussy. Let me in." We fucked up the rooms, and me and Lewis had to split a room.
Really?
Yeah, the third room. I don't even know who the third room was for. They gave it to us by mistake.
Oh.
But it sucked. I was dead asleep. So in your defense, Lewis does fuck up hotel rooms.
yeah, you guys are just hot under the collars. That's all. But I understand you're frustrated. Then somebody goes, "Can you come to this thing?"
We're very similar.